KA Bullets YouTube channel.
Hurry up, now tell us why you're here.
This rookie is Elliott Draftler. And this rookie is Dirkson de Agostino. Team Trunkfish hired him because Owen Drivewell can't qualify for a race. There aren't really that many rookies this season, but Joe Brakecheck has a new look with the number 42. And Ken Schrader has this new look, which is, number 36! Just like his rival! His old paint job, the number 25, has been taken by Ricky Carven. Because Rick Chevrick was impressed by his performances last season. Now on to the teams. Rush Racing is exactly the same as last season, same with the Pit Stops Revolting crew, the Anti-Chick Hicks team, but Alloy Wilson Racing has a new car, being Buck Schooner. This team is the same, of course they are. Pancake Shift Right Racing still has the same 3 cars. But, as I've already told you earlier in the video, Ricky Carven is now the number 25 for Chevrick Motorsports, and of course the other 2 are competing for the championship. Joe Gears Racing's the same, the Crazy 8's team is also the same as last season, Dynaco Motorsports still has the King, Dale Earnhardt Incorporated still only has Dale Earnhardt, but make room for this new team, Big 4 Racing, which has Joe Brakecheck and Johnny Blamer as its 2 cars. Now, Jonathan Melter, Bradley Locke, Finn Overtire, and Jonathan Topspin are all running a part-time schedule. Same with the 2 rookies. Now, a very important advancement in Piston Cup equipment being the fuel can size and the fuel tank size of each car, which makes it much easier to lead more laps. Now, finally onto the race. The King will start at pole position, and he'll lead all the way to lap 11, where he loses the lead to Clint Shiftright, who will lead all the way to lap 30. 2 cars led in the first 30 laps, but then WJ Lights will take the lead, and he'd lead for the next 14 laps, but then Dale Earnhardt would take the lead, leading all the way to lap 74, where he'd lose the lead to Bill Racelot, who would lead the next 29 laps, but then Chick Hicks is 11th as of lap 99, where Chuck Armstrong, Ernie Swervin, Paunchy Wipeout, Michael Cartrip, Jimmy Speedcar, Johnny Blamer, and Ivan Yoder all out! And now Kyle Traxon, Joe Brakecheck, and Ruby Easy Oaks are down 1 lap. Hall Ingus will lead the next 5 laps after Bill Racelot loses the lead. But they figured out that Ivan Yoder is out for the season! Another car that's out, being Rusty Wheelhouse, is out due to an engine failure. But then, Murray Clutchburn would take the lead, and he'd lead for the next 8 laps before he's unluckily out because he hit the wall. U.D. Karbareski would pass him, and he'd lead all the way to lap 148, where now he's out because of his rival, Ken Schrader. Well, of course that happened. Well, they're also both the number 36 now, which makes everything worse. But then, Jeff Gorvette will take the lead on lap 149. He'd lead to lap 177, but 5 laps earlier, Billy Oil Changer would be out because of an engine failure. Clint Shiftright will take the lead, and he'd lead for 9 laps before the King would take the lead from him, leading all the way to lap 193, where his friend, WJ Lights, would take the lead from him, but he'd only lead 2 laps before Dale Earnhardt gets flipped on lap 195 by Ernie Gearson, who's also out alongside Bobby Carboni and Larry Smith. But Rowley Boltstrike would take the lead after the restart, and he'd lead all the way to lap 208, where he'd lose the lead to Misty Motocross, who will lead for 9 laps before, well, here's Claude Scruggs, who failed to qualify, and here's what he says, and now Misty Motocross is out because she spun out. And here's what she says. Well, that's to be expected. Well, here's what that yellow and black car said. Of course he did. That car that took the lead is James Cleanair, who will lead all the way to lap 241, where Dale Carrett would take the lead from him, leading for over 20 laps to lap 269, where the King would once again take the lead. for 26 laps before Mark Carton would take the lead for 60 laps. How does any car lead for 60 laps in a row? At least it was Mark Carton and not Chick Hicks, who's 8th on the lap that Mark Carton loses the lead, where Hollingus, Kyle Traxon, Ken Schreeder, and Krusty Rotor are out. Raleigh Boltstrike would once again take the lead after a restart, but on lap 373, Clint Shiftwright would take the lead from him, leading to lap 395, where Jeff Gorvette would take the lead from him. Jeff Gorvette would lead for 12 laps before Jeremy Carfield would lead his first laps from laps 407 to 413. But Bill Racelot would take the lead on lap 413 to lap 427, where Jeff Burnton would take the lead, and he'd lead to lap 438, where Clint Shiftwright would once again take the lead. Clint Shiftwright would lead for the next 7 laps before Andrew Axler would take the lead for 20 laps. And Andrew Axler said this after he lost the lead: the car that would take the lead is James Clean Air, who would only lead for 5 laps before the King would once again take the lead for 6 laps. But on lap 476, Jeff Gorvette would once again take the lead, leading to lap 483, where the King would once again take the lead. But less than a lap later, Jeff Gorvette has already retaken the lead. He'll lead for the next 9 laps before Clint Shiftwright would take the lead from him. Clint Shiftwright's on his way to win the Florida 500, but then Chick Hicks is 7th as of the second last lap, where Clint Shiftwright, Raleigh Boltstrike, James Clean Air, WJ Lights, Andrew Axler, Ron Blaster, and Mark Burnsley are all out. But Jeff Gorvette would take the lead on the very last lap, which means that he wins the 1997 Florida 500. And here's the top 20. Sure, a lot of cars that just got wrecked are in the top 20. Well, that's just how close to the end of the race it happened. But Rick Chevrick is very proud that his 3 racers finished 1, 2, 3 in the Florida 500.
Remember to press the notifications button, which goes ring, ring, ring after you press it. And lightning strikes back, and that's if you subscribe, of course. And thank you for watching this entire video.
Nothing really to say, other than 1997 Piston Cup races 2 to 35 will be out soon enough.